Hi everybody, I'm Danette. I am here today to give you a quick 30-minute flow. I have titled this Letting the Light In, because no matter what season we're in, like right now it's fall, I feel like I want it to be more spring, like things are blooming, life is abundant, even though it really doesn't always feel that way. And talking about letting the light in, we'll do some heart opening, we'll do a little balance, and then it'll be nice just to kind of just get the blood moving and to feel better. 30 minutes, let's go. So let's step up to the top of our mat, take a peek at your cute little toes and spread those toes, or manly toes, whoever is watching today, and just stand in mountain pose. Let the fingers spread away from each other. Let there be a lean slightly in towards the heels so you can pull up through the front side of the body and relax. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths here, closing the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Big open mouth sigh. So whatever was happening before you stepped on your mat, it doesn't belong anymore. Whatever was worrying you before you stepped on your mat, it doesn't belong. Whatever's got you feeling anxious or frustrated, it doesn't belong here. So we're gonna let it go consciously with presence, patience, and compassion. So let's do a couple more breaths, cleansing. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Good. We're going to pause for a moment, set your intention, be open to the possibilities, be ready to let go, be ready to let your light in. Remember how powerful you are. May your light shine through the cracks. Maybe you want to repeat that a moment. Let your light shine through the cracks. Because we all feel kind of broken and cracked sometimes, but may our light still shine through. May my light shine through the cracks. Breathe in, set your intention. And then we'll just sweep our arms up towards the sky, the heavens. Take those feet closer together. So just really kind of feel the body stretching and moving upwards towards the sky, elevating your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit in a new way. We're going to interlace the hands, pull the hands up, the palms towards the sky. Feel the sides of the body just expand and lengthen. Pressing down through the toes, engaging the quads, pulling the kneecaps up. Let's take a side stretch over to the right. Pull the left shoulder back, eyes just gently at the floor for a moment. And see if you can just gently pull the eyes up towards the sky. Starting to deeply breathe in and out through the nose. Pushing down through that left foot. Let's take it back to center. Ooh, feel the warmth on that side you just stretched out. And let's come on over to the other side. And so I'm going over to the left, extend and try to straighten those arms as much as you can. Pull back with that right shoulder. Eyes down at the floor, protecting the neck. Letting go of that tension. Pulling in through the belly. And then just gently tilt that chin up towards the sky, eyes up towards the sky. Engage the legs, press down through that right foot. Inhale, breath. And bring it back to center. Release the arms. Feel that energy move all the way down through the arms and the feet. Good, and then separate your feet, roll those shoulders around. Maybe pick up the heels. Roll those wrists around. And we're going to start some standing cat and cow. So widen your stance a little bit further. And then just bring yourself into a squat. Okay, so nice and long, shoulders relax here. Okay, don't let the knees collapse in. We want to keep them moving to the outside of the feet. We're going to just push the pelvis out, drop the belly forward, and inhale, eyes up. Exhale, curl the spine into a cat. Maybe you want to grab behind the knees and tuck that chin in. And then let's go back into that cow. Inhale, breath. Exhale, curl, cat pose. Inhale into cow. And exhale. A few more, just like this. Moving the pelvis forward and backwards, the spine curling in both directions. Good. Scooping up. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Good. Slowly roll yourself all the way up. Inhale, hands up nice and high. Guide the hands down into the heart center. Hinge from your hips. Let's come all the way down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Maybe you want to keep the feet together or slightly separated at hip widths apart. Since this is our first forward fold this morning, or whenever you're watching this, let's straighten and bend those legs, because I'm sure the body is feeling some tension. So whenever I do my practice, I like to kind of set up some of my favorite things. I like to add my most favorite doTERRA essential oil. It's usually Balance that I grab. Sometimes it's a citrus. Maybe some warm tea or water. An inspirational affirmation. Kind of preparing for the practice, mind, body, spirit. And let's bring the hands to the mat. Take the knees down to the mat and find child's pose, Balasana. Knees open wide, big toes come together, and stretch those arms out in front. Or you can bring the hands underneath the forehead. We're going to take another cleansing breath here. Humble heart towards the floor. Let that light shine. Let the heart relax. Let the mind relax. Inhale, breath. Open mouth, exhale. Good, and then bring yourself up into a tabletop. Knees come back underneath the hips. Press the fingertips into the floor. Make sure you have a nice wide base with those hands and a little curl through those fingertips. Imagine a ladybug is walking underneath those fingertips, finding space there so you're taking the weight off of the wrists. So we're going to actually push into the top of the feet, feel the belly engage, and see if you can just slightly lift those knees off of the mat. Hovering cat. Inhale, breath. Good, and then drop the knees back down. Let's do a cow pose. Tilt up with that chin, down with the belly. Come back to neutral spine and a hovering cat. Press in. Knees come off the mat. Hover, inhale, breath. Stretching through the top of the feet, so good for your reflexology points in the top of the feet. And then take the knees back down. Good, drop the belly, lift the chin. And come back to neutral spine. Pick up that right wrist, roll it around. Open and close that hand. All those muscles and tissues in that hand. Let's pick up the other one, roll it around. Good, and bring that left hand down. Let's curl the toes, downward facing dog. Let's find our first downward facing dog. Hands press into the mat. Middle fingers are pointing towards the top of the mat, so you should be able to just take a peek at your fingers and notice that. Push into the hands where the arms are right near the ears, and then slide the shoulders away. Maybe big bend or little bend through the knees. Heels reaching towards the floor. They may never touch. That's okay. Mine don't. Good. And we're going to pull forward into a plank. So you can do high or kneeling plank. It's up to you. Pull in through the belly. Back into downward facing dog. Into plank. And downward facing dog. 2 more. Into plank. Downward facing dog. And plank. And downward facing dog. Take those feet up to the top of your mat. Adjust the pants. Always got to adjust the pants. And then let's add a chest expansion. So reach around, find those hands, interlace them behind you. If you have a strap and you have tight shoulders, please use it now. Allow your hands to drop near the top of your mat. Bend slightly through those knees. Keep that chest expansion as you roll yourself all the way up. Open the heart. Good, and maybe pull the knuckles down towards the earth, slight lift in that chin. Good, and then roll the shoulders around. So when you feel like sadness or you feel like gloomy, we have a tendency to droop forward, to close off ourselves, to kind of find this shell. And then when we feel open and we surrender and we let go, we have an opportunity to just really feel open with the heart, like we're receiving in, maybe positivity. So it takes time. Be kind to yourself, okay, as you remember that. Let's find ourselves in sitting into a chair. So find your squat, okay, fingertips high, spread those fingers. Tilt the pelvis up, hips towards the ribs, relax the shoulders, inhale breath. We're gonna get into my little beach ball ski chair flow. Starting out with chair. Don't let those knees collapse in. Keep them out towards the outside of those feet. Inhale breath. Good, bring those arms at your sides. We've got ski pose, working on the triceps. Inhale breath here. On the exhale, beach ball. Open that heart. Sweep those arms forward, stand up nice and tall. Inhale, breath, maybe mini back bends. Exhale, chair. And ski. Add a smile. Don't forget to smile during your practice. That kind of lessens the burden, the worries. And then that beach ball. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, ski. Exhale, beach ball. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, ski. And beach ball. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Uttanasana. Sitting back. Inhale, ski. And beach ball. Hold here. 3, 2, 1. Send the hands all the way up. Mini back bends, hips forward, and then the hands come down into the heart space. Good. Big breath in through the nose. Ujjayi breathing from the belly, ribs, and chest. And from the chest, ribs, and belly, we exhale. One more. Feel the heart beating. And we're going to step the right foot back. Warrior 1. So you want to move those hips forward. Okay. Feel free to widen your base if you need to. Bring the hands to heart center. And then let's pull the fingertips apart. Warrior 1. Eyes on one spot. Press down through that right heel. Keep the right hip moving forward. Inhale, breath. Heart open, eyes focused, body strong. Good, bring the hands back to the heart. We're gonna pivot around to the middle of our mat. So adjust your feet. Toes are gonna point towards the outside of the corners of your mat. Make sure you can stand up nice and tall. We're going to head into a sunflower. So this warms up the legs, but it also teaches us about how to grow and just become our best self. So inhale, exhale, bring the hands down, gently sweep the floor, drop the head, and then grow into that sunflower. Exhale. Inhale, push to the feet, lifting up and down. Remember, you don't have to come all the way. If you're kind of dealing with any knee issues, you can just go halfway down and up, or all the way down and up. Good. Keep it going. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Couple more. Last two. And last one. As you rise, pivot to the back of your mat, headed into warrior one, other side. So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Cactus arms, open the heart, pull the left hip forward. Focus. Remember, you are a warrior in your life. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Press down through that left heel. Good. We're going to pivot back to the center. Just 5 sunflowers now. Adjust the feet. Bring it down and up. Detoxing with that breath. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it all the way up. Big step up. Forward fold. Halfway. Hands can slide all the way up those legs, maybe further down on the shins, or even fingertips at the floor. Probably a nice little bend in those knees as well. Good. And then step back. Let's take downward facing dog. Set your hands, shoulders, hips, feet, and prepare for Vinyasa. So let's bring ourselves forward into Vinyasa. And then we're going to lower into that chaturanga. Inhale into our baby cobra. Keep it low, elbows in. Exhale, take the heart down. Tuck those toes, push yourself up. Downward facing dog. I'm going to do that Vinyasa flow one more time. Inhale into plank. Exhale, heart comes down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Push back up, downward facing dog. Look at the top of your mat, lightly hop or step up. Remember, it's light when you're moving those feet up to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Bend through those knees, roll yourself all the way up. Inhale, breath, mini back bend. Hands towards the heart. Good, so we're going to do that flow one more time, okay? Just a little faster this time, not holding our breath so long with our warriors. Not so many sunflowers, so step that right foot back, hips forward. Feeling a little more open, arms up, cactus arms. Soft face, 2 breaths. Inhale. Good. Pivot out to the side of your mat. Adjust the feet. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, 3 sunflowers. Good. And then bring yourself up. We've got that pivot to the back of our mat. Warrior one. Cactus arms. Left hip forward. Feeling stronger, more sturdy, lighter. Inhale. Good. And we pivot back. 3 sunflowers. Good. Good, and then bring the hands towards the heart. Big step up, inhale, breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, step back. You can take plank or downward facing dog, whatever you decide. Hold here, 3 breaths. Good, and we'll drop those knees, or you can come halfway down. You could come all the way down for cobra or upward facing dog. It's up to you. Good, and down. Push it back, downward facing dog. Hopper, step it up, forward fold. Letting my light in, right? Good, and then slowly roll yourself all the way up. And the hands towards the heart. Take a quick tree balance here. So be mindful, don't just jump into your tree pose. Be mindful of the body as you're moving into it. Imagine standing in green grass. Imagine just picking up one foot, feeling the earth underneath you. Maybe connect. We need to connect to ourselves and to others. Keeping it low at the ankle, maybe at the calf. The leg, the right leg is opening. And then if you want to pull it all the way up, pushing the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. See how my balance is today. For whatever reason, I feel a little wobbly. And then option to bring the hands up high. Beautiful tree. Inhale, breath. And exhale, take it down. I knew it was going to come out of it. Be grateful for that. However long you were able to stand, inhale, breath. And it will tell you some days you feel so strong and you can do those balances forever. And other days, if you're tired or if you're emotional, if you're just not feeling yourself, the body challenges you to just say, it's okay, right? So let's take it to the other side. That right foot, just feeling the earth beneath you. Left foot lifts. Hover it. Possibly connect to that ankle, calf, or upper right thigh. And then let's open and reach. Spread those fingers. Let all that energy from the foot towards the fingertips expand. Inhale, breath. And then exhale, bring it down. Big breath in, love, gratitude, thanks, appreciation. Good, and let it go. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step it back. Vinyasa flow. One last time, and we'll get into a few camel poses. So reset through your down dog, or find your plank to pull and power up through your midsection, that fireplace. Pulling in. Big breath in. Exhale. Ride the breath down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And child's pose. Taking it back. Prayer hands, palms together, up over the top of your head. And then bring the hands down. Okay, so if you need some padding underneath your knees, you can always roll your mat underneath you, underneath those knees. And then I like to just kind of get myself nice and steady and tuck my toes. I'm a big toe tucker just because I'm really into the reflexology points of the feet, and I want to stretch all through the fascia of the feet because it stretches through the backside of the body all the way up. So I like to start smaller, but if you want to just untuck your feet and take them tops of your feet on your mat, you can. Make a fist. Allow your fist to come to the lower back, that sacral area, right where those SI joint is, that little triangle behind you in your back area. Pull those elbows in to open up that heart. Toes tucked or untucked. And remember, it's a lengthening process here. We want to not dump back too much. On the exhale, pushing the hips forward, and the eyes are coming up. So we don't want the head to come back. We just want to feel the hips forward and be able to breathe in and out. Now, if you would like to untuck your toes and you feel ready, feel that space you've created. And then bring yourself back up. Roll out those shoulders, roll out the hands. So in Camel, I take different stages. So that's the first stage. I want to protect the back, okay? Second stage is option to tuck toes, of course. Reaching the right hand back towards that right heel, and the left arm is going to shoot up towards the sky. Big breath in. Option to untuck if you'd like. Pull yourself forward and then switch. So left fingertips on the left heel. And then reach the right hand back. Bring yourself all the way back up. So let me make a little note for you here. When you're reaching back and you're trying to bring yourself back up, use the power in your legs. Because if you use the back muscles too much, you could overdo it. Okay, so remember, if you're stretching back here, use the legs. Okay, stretching back here, use the legs. So it's a lot of core and legs. Okay, so that's the second option, is to reach one up at a time, one arm up at a time. Or we've got full camel by reaching both hands back, finding those heels, opening the heart. I'm going to keep my toes tucked here and just breathe. Let's take 3 breaths in. Use your legs, come up out of it. Good, it comes from that leg strength, and then let's take it into a child's pose. Legs open, heart down, hands forward or underneath the head. So you might feel that like, ooh, I feel it in the lower back, in that lower space, in that lumbar spine. As long as you're not having pain or like a sharp shooting pain or discomfort, you just kind of feel like, oh, I might have just really massaged that area. Just remember that that's where the adrenal glands sit. A lot of detox happens there. So we want to be able to kind of flush through those glands and take care of our body here. Camel is really good for that. It's also really good for the thyroid and the throat. Good, and then we'll bring ourselves back up. Okay, have a seat on your mat. Come into easy seated pose, Sukhasana. Whatever foot you want to bring out in front of you. We're almost done, my friends. And then let your heart come forward and your hands walk out. Take a walk over to the left. Take a walk over to the right. Come back, sit up nice and tall. Left hand down, right hand reaches up. Right hand down, left hand reaches up. Good, bring the hands down. Extend those feet all the way out. Pull those hips towards the top of your mat. Roll yourself all the way down. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Roll those ankles around, point and flex the feet. Relax the shoulders. And then just softly move on through the back of the head. Feet come down, wide to the mat. Arms open wide into a T. Let the legs drop wide, spinal twist. So I have my left leg open and my right leg dropping in. As I drop that right leg in, see about pressing that hip up, whatever hip is with the leg dropped in. Just push it up, so feel that stretch through the front side of that hip. That psoas muscle, take it back to center and let the legs drop to the other side. That inside leg, push that hip up. Good. Any final movement you need to do to get nice and comfortable on your mat, make that happen now. We're headed into Shavasana, and Shavasana can last anywhere from 5 breaths to 5 minutes, or even up to 15 minutes. And I would just, share with you that Shavasana wasn't always my favorite. Now it is, but it always really wasn't. It's in this moment that I would feel anxious, but with practice, just like anything else, the body learns to accept it and rest. So once you get settled, you want to let the arms open, palms up, feet falling out towards the corners of your mat. Surrender into the earth. Feel the connection that you have with the points on the body. And letting your light in. So if you're having discomfort or pain, we want to breathe in and let the light shine in that area. Even if it's going to be, just a little bit of space that you can find. Letting that light in. If you have discomfort in your body or your mind is busy, it's okay. Don't judge it. If your heart feels heavy, just remember, keep breathing and finding the space you need to dissolve emotions, to grow in ways you never imagined. Finding space and light and love. May my light shine through the cracks. May my light shine through the cracks. May my light shine through the cracks. So I invite you to pause if you need to pause and take some more time. If you need to move on with your day, just roll over and we'll sit up. But just don't lose the feeling, the comfort that your practice brings. As you come to your mat, remember this is your space. Good. So fingertips out, gently touching the mat. And then turn the palms up. reaching towards the sky. Let's sweep everything up. Goodness, love, compassion, and guide it right down into our heart. And we give thanks, bowing the head. It's an honor to always be here with you. Thank you for your presence, my friends. The light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste.